Hello guys, this is Gigabit Gaming and welcome to Brawl Stars Gadget Ideas. This video will show you 14 gadget ideas for the brawlers which currently only have one gadget in the game. First up we have the Trophy Road Brawlers. M's current gadget is Friend Zoner, which helps her push back enemies when they get too close. A gadget idea for M's is Party Crasher, where M's next basic attack will stay in the air longer, creating a poisonous gas cloud that deals damage every half second. This will allow M's to control an area for a longer period of time and prevent enemies from chasing after her from a distance. Moving on to the super rare brawlers. Jackie's current gadget is Pneumatic Booster, where Jackie gets a burst of energy and moves 20% faster so that she can chase down her enemies. An idea for Jackie's second gadget is Abstract Wall, where Jackie creates a wall in the tree tiles in front of her, which her enemies and their attacks cannot pass through. But Jackie's allies and their attacks can pass through this wall, which is why it's called the Abstract Wall. It's now time for the 3 epic brawlers. BB's current gadget is called Vitamin Booster, where BB heals 600 health per second for 4 seconds, increasing her survivability. BB struggles with opponents which are far away from her, which is why a second gadget idea for BB is Grand Slam, where BB takes out a bigger bat for her next basic attack and swings it at the opponent, effectively doubling her range at the expense of having the wideness of her attack. Our next epic brawler is Griff, where his gadget Piggy Bank allows him to destroy walls and better utilize his wide-ranged attacks. A gadget idea for Griff is called Fake Credit, where Griff's next basic attack changes into a credit card, which travels in a straight line for a longer range that deals damage and heals Griff by the same amount. This gadget will help Griff change up his attack style so that his attack will require more accuracy, but at the same time it will provide more value to him since it both deals damage and heals him. The next epic brawler and also the newest brawler in the game is Grom. His gadget Watchtower allows him and his allies to see into the bushes, which is awesome since Grom is a thrower. A cool idea for Grom's second gadget is called Trauma Trigger, which name comes from the fact that he has a trauma from children. Grom's next basic attack from this gadget gets a damage boost and 4 additional projectiles that go in the secondary directions. So instead of having projectiles in the north, south, east, and west direction, there will also be projectiles in the northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest direction, which allows Grom to control an even bigger area. So next we have our 2 Mythic Brawlers. The first Mythic Brawler is Byron, and his gadget Shot in the Arm allows him to heal himself 800 health per second for the next 3 seconds. This gadget is great because normally Byron cannot heal himself and can only heal his allies. An idea for a more aggressive gadget for Byron is Overdose, where Byron's next basic attack interferes with the enemy brawler's movement, causing them to go in random directions. You should be careful though, since this will also affect his teammates. However, this attack will not affect the attack of his enemies or teammates. Our next Mythic Brawler is Squeak, and his gadget Wind Up allows his range to be increased by 100%, allowing him to attack enemies from very far. Sometimes you get lucky and hit the enemies. I don't know about you, but there are so many times that when I play Squeak I want to run away from the enemy. So this gadget Squeak and Slide allows Squeak to change the composition of his body into a slippery substance, which increases his movement speed, but also leaves a trail of sticky substance for the enemy brawlers who try to follow. So this gadget will allow Squeak to run away and not die against aggressive brawlers. We only have one legendary brawler which still has only one gadget in the game, and that legendary brawler is Amber. Amber's current gadget is Fire Starters, where Amber runs fast for 3 seconds while also spilling her fire fluid, which can damage enemies over time when ignited. As of the moment, Amber has no attack which can deal a lot of damage in an instant, which is why she easily loses to aggressive brawlers which can deal a lot of damage in a short period of time. So a gadget idea for Amber's Fireball, where her next basic attack turns into a fireball, dealing instantaneous damage which also pierces through targets and knocks them back by a few tiles. The fireball has the same range as Amber's basic attack, but consumes a part of her total ammo, more than that of what her basic attack usually consumes. Now it's time for the 6 Chromatic Brawlers. Our first Chromatic Brawler is Surge, and his gadget Power Surge allows him to overload his circuits and teleport a short distance forward. This is very good for aggressive players like me, so that we can charge Surge's super quickly and upgrade him to the next level. A gadget idea for Surge for more passive players is Power Projectile, where Surge's next projectile condenses into a high area, which is same as Brock's basic attack, and long range, which is the same as the max stage range for Surge attack that doesn't split. This attack doesn't split, and therefore successfully hitting a target automatically charges his super. So if you have better aim, then you can use this gadget. Our next Chromatic Brawler is Colette, and her gadget Naa allows her to deal extra 1000 damage, which is useful for her to take down enemies. Was there ever a time where you wanted to use Colette's super and only dash forward and not back? Well, this gadget is for you. Colette's second gadget, Wii, will allow Colette's super meter to instantly be filled up, but her next super is only a dash forward and without the dash backwards, which also deals damage equal to the forward and backward dash of her original super. So you only have to hit enemies once to deal all the damage of her original super. Our next Chromatic Brawler is Belle, and her gadget Nest Egg is more defensive, where she places a trap on the ground that will explode when triggered by an opponent. The trap deals 500 damage and slows down anyone within its blast radius for 3 seconds. A more aggressive and offensive gadget for Belle is Discharge, where the bounces of Belle's next attack cannot be blocked and bounces to the closest enemy brawler. The number of bounces are the same as the original, however, your enemies cannot use walls to hide anymore. The next Chromatic Brawler is Buzz, and his gadget Reserve Boy allows him to instantly fill his super meter and use his torpedo throw to get to farther locations at once. However, this torpedo throw doesn't stun opponents and should be used with caution. An idea for Buzz's gadget is Shade Vision, where Buzz sees everything inside his supercharging area for a few seconds, but stops charging his super while this is active. This can help Buzz see inside the bushes if he doesn't know where his opponents are located. Our next Chromatic Brawler is Ash, and his gadget Chill Pill allows him to heal 2500 health when this gadget is popped at full rage meter, where less rage means less recovery. So this gadget is useful for Ash when he has low health and a max rage bar, so that he wouldn't be defeated by his opponents. A gadget idea for Ash is Rage Pill, where Ash fills his rage bar instantaneously, and that's it. Because Ash with a full rage bar is very overpowered. And last but not the least is Lola, where her gadget Freeze Frame allows her ego to stop moving and strike a pose, gaining a 75% shield for 4 seconds. This is useful for increasing the survivability of your ego, or just wanting to move around so that your ego is closer or farther away from you. A great yet simple gadget idea for Lola is Switcheroo, where Lola switches places with her ego if it is within her view. This is important at times when Lola is getting cornered by her enemies and she needs to retreat to a safer spot. So that's all for our Brawl Stars Gadget Ideas video. I would love to hear your opinions on my gadget ideas in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, this is Gigabit Gaming, and see you all in a gigabit.